to the Golden State 200 by LNS Customs here at the Bluegrass Truck Series. We're back at the Ovals here tonight as the Bluegrass boys are getting it back here in Fontaine, California at the beautiful Auto Club Series, Auto Club Motor Speedway. So a lot of good racing going to be going on here tonight. As like I said, we're excited to be back here at the Ovals. Sorry about getting started here a little late, having a couple of streaming issues, but you know, hey, it's one of those things that we just got to deal with. So anyway, getting the track series stats up here on the track. As you see, we're at the Auto Club Speedway as Scott Madden out on the track right now. Currently 65 degrees. Partly cloudy with a 70% humidity, so kind of humid out here tonight in California. As we're gonna go on board here with that Scott Madden machine, excuse me, as he's out on the track. Looks like he's got it woed up. As we're gonna go on board here with Scott Madden right now. As Josh is stepped out of the booth for just a moment. He had something come up on the phone and had to go take care of something, so he will be back here very shortly. But right now, it's going to be me up in the booth giving you the play-by-play. As it looks like that Wes Wiggin machine going to pull himself up into that 6th position. Wes Wiggin on a good spirited drive right now. That 72 of Bobby Matashevsky going to be in that 15th spot right now. Whoa, you seeing that 72 getting really loose there. It's going to be something that we're going to watch for here tonight. It's going to be one of those things that's at a multi-groove racing track like Auto Club. It's going to be very interesting to see the driving lines and just how these Bluegrass boys decide to take it as we're coming back from that 3 race stint at the Circuit of Americas. So it was a beautiful, beautiful night out there that night. But hey, we're going to go ahead and get a couple of things out of the way as we are here at the Auto Club Motor Speedway for the Golden State 200 by LNS Customs. Give a big shout out to LNS Customs for being a part of this league. And we've also got excuse me, having a little bit of audio issue. We've also got boys over at Kinder Performance Group, and sorry, just making sure to seeing things popping up on the screen. Sorry, I was looking at a couple of things. It looks like nobody's out on track for the time being, as I do know a couple of the drivers, Travis Twitty, Richie Meade, and I want to say Mikhail Robinson, all not able. Also, Alan Duranco not able to qualify. So right now, it looks like everybody's out on the that has been on the track that has qualified. So we've only got a couple more seconds, about 45 seconds to the stage start. So we will be right here. As like I said, it looks like all the drivers have gone ahead and pulled it down pit lane. As we're going to go to that Facebook chat. Looks like we've got Troy Kettler out there on Facebook. Says, I'm watching. Good to have you here, Troy. Says Bill Russell saying, good luck, Logan Russell. Good to have you here. Akamai Proctor. Let's go. Number 9 truck. Big ups. Chris and Josh up in the booth from Hawaii. Hashtag Island Boy. Good to have you here, Akamai. And then Daniel Worthington saying, good luck, everyone. Good to have you here. And then also Joshua Clemens over in the YouTube chat saying, let's go, Josh Squared Racing. 99, 95. Good luck, everyone. Ooh, is that a little bit of a bubble in my throat there as everybody is going ahead and starting to get gridded up, as we're going to go ahead and pull that grid up on the screen here. As it looks like Joey Doucette going to go ahead and set himself out in that pole position. Is riding on board here with that 16 machine. Joey Doucette setting that fastest time. So he is going to be your pole position. On the outside, you're going to have Joshua Clemens in 2nd place. In that 3rd position, going to be Logan Russell. Doug Neal going to be in that 77 in that 4th position, with Bobby Hall Jr. in that 5th position. The 88 of Wes Wiggin going to be in that 6th spot with Alex Healy in that 7th spot. Daniel Worthington in that 113 hasn't spawned up yet, but he is going to be currently sitting in that 8th spot. You got Jason Bridges, or Scott Madden currently sitting in the 9th spot, and then Jason Bridges rounding out your top 10. Brian Terry going to be sitting in that 11th spot. Good drive to get up there in that top 15 there for Brian Terry in that 13 machine. You got Cody Verrill in that 12th spot with Christopher Blanchard in that 13th spot. David Brackett in 14th. Bobby Matuszewski in that 15th spot. Ed Osborne in 16th. We got a couple of drivers not spawned in. We got Ed Osborne in that 16th spot with Ron Morris Jr. in 17th. Eric Gaskins 18th. Akamai Proctor going to be in that 18th spot. 19th spot. Joshua McKinney in 20th. Joshua Lockwood in 21st. Dakota Shepard in 22nd. Logan T. Smith in that 23rd spot. Dean Klein in 24th. Robert Richardson 25th. Troy Thompson in that 26th spot. Eli Raposa in 27th. Mikael Robinson in 28th. Alan Duranco 29th. CJ Mason 30th. Travis Twitty 31st. Richie Meade in that 32nd position. And then Taylor Peacock going to be rounding out that field in 33rd position. It's going to have a lot going on here in these beginning parts of the race. It's going to be like I said, really interesting to see how these boys get it handled out here after we come back from that road course. So it's going to be a really big game here on these first couple of laps. As we're about to get Josh up here in the booth, he just got back here at the house, so going to be getting him in the booth here in just a second. But you see that 16, Joey Doucette getting ready to pull up to that line. You got that 80 or the 99 of Josh Clemens on that outside, so we're gonna get off to a Kinder Performance green flag here.
Green, green, green is out. Love seeing some Bluegrass drivers get going here. It's going to be a good night at Auto Club. Fans, I hope you are ready, as these boys are already off to a good start here, as we've got a little bit of shuffling through the field here. As you see some cars out into the lead. 3 wide now out of turn number 2. We'll see how the field settles down as they come into turn number 3.
Yeah, as you see Joey Doucette getting off to a good little bit of a separation there between that 77 and that 2 of Logan Russell. Logan Russell pulling up into that 3rd spot. Still sitting where he started, but he's got that 77 of Doug Neal on that inside, so we'll see if he's going to have anything going here into turn 1. We do know, like I was saying earlier, this is a multi-groove track. Everybody can race pretty much where they want to on the track. You will make up positions. You'll make up time in your own ways here at Auto Club. So it's one of those things where everybody's going to have to pick out a lane and really figure out where they want to go, because you can get shuffled up here really quick.
Yeah, definitely one of those tracks you're going to see these guys just kind of getting out of sorts here at the start. You're going to see some drivers burn those tires up early. You're going to see some of these guys really find some grip here in the first run. Joey Doucette sitting out in that pole position. He's still out in the lead currently, and he's rolling here as we go on board and just see all these guys just kind of get used to the track and get settled in here. It's going to be a long night at Auto Club. You don't want to make a mistake here early, Chris.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I was saying in the pre-race is, you do not want to make a mistake at a track like this. You can, lose a lot of position. Last week we were talking about, you can get a little bit of damage on that race car, still make it through a road course. But when you're at a track like Auto Club, that really, a 2-mile oval that depends really heavily on a draft package, you have to keep your truck clean. So it's about, not making the dumb mistakes, not trying to push your luck. As you see, whoa, that 97 of Alex Healy trying to get that 16 to just give up that space, but he's not going to be able to. That 2 Logan Russell going to dive down on the inside, try to take that Milan away from the 97.
Yeah, as you see the two coming back now, Logan Russell, like he said, to that inside lane. You're seeing that middle lane of that that third place running car. That's Bobby Hall Jr. as he was just kind of hanging out there in the middle, just kind of chilling, looking for some clean air on that race truck as he rolls it out of turn number 4. Auto Club, one of those tracks that can really catch you off guard on turn exit. You can see a lot of these race trucks getting snappy, getting loose, and just kind of losing those grips. We'll see him roll here just a little bit more, get kind of settled in with these race trucks. Lap number 5 of a lap 100. We'll see him just slowly get settled in. Lap after lap, you're going to see these battles get a little bit more intense. You'll see that lead start to separate here just more.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those things where it comes down to being in the right place at the right time. A lot of these tracks like this come down to a lot of luck. You have to be in the right place at the right time, but you also have to be able to manage. Auto Club is a very, very finicky track. Turns 1 and 2, you can pretty much, drive it however you want. Turns 3 and 4, you have to be on the knife's edge. Like pretty much all the time when you're coming through 3 and 4. If you have to stay full throttle, because if you let off that throttle just a little bit, you're going to lose all that momentum. But looks like Doug Neal going to go ahead and assume that lead. But Joey Doucette looks like he's falling back. But like I was saying, you have to be on the edge here at a track like this. So it really comes down to you have to be in the gas, but staying on knife's edge.
Oh, yes, indeed. Knife's edge for sure. You're going to see these drivers really, like we were saying, out of turn 4. It's going to be the spot where you're going to see them just really get just a little bit uncomfortable with that race truck later and later in these runs. But, right now it looks like everybody's got it under control. And, Chris, what do we come to expect of these Bluegrass guys? Week in and week out, they put on an excellent show. And right now here at lap 7, it looks like they're doing that exact same thing. Just cruising, really starting to find those lanes. And like we've been talking with all the guys here lately, it seems like this Bluegrass Truck Series might be one of the most competitive series, for me at least, on the grid. I mean, the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series also very, very, very hard running guys. But these Truck Series guys, you never know who's going to win any given night, Chris. And it seems like every race, somebody new out in the front.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, you kind of come to expect from these Bluegrass boys, always having somebody up there in the front that you don't normally get to talk about. Joey Doucette, one of those drivers that he did win at Homestead. So, he does know how to get up in the front and win. But Bobby Hall Jr., he's one of the Bluegrass new guys. He's been messing up here with these OG boys. So, Doug Neal, one of those drivers that he's won also a couple of races here in the Bluegrass Series. So he knows how to be up here in the front. But, it's good to see, drivers like Logan Russell, Bobby Hall Jr., Alex Healy all up here in that top 5, battling up here with these OG Bluegrass boys.
As you see that number 2 of Logan Russell, as it looks like that Bobby Hall Jr. machine going to make a move to the inside of turn 1 as you got a good view of it there. Whoa, slide job on Joey Doucette. They're going to touch. That's a little bit of contact. Now, if I'm the 19, I'm probably not happy after that, but man, a little bit of contact right there, Chris.
Yeah, you see a little bit of wishy-washy going on there. Probably getting into that corner just a little too hot. These tires are starting to get to that point where the grip starts really falling off on you. So you got to start managing those tires. This is one of those tracks that I've driven a few times, and really can tell you that in the trucks they're especially a lot of fun. But when you start getting on the knife's edge and you start burning those tires up, you start eating them up, it really starts falling off. And you saw that, that little bit of a mix-up, that little bit of, hey, it doesn't look like anything really bad came out of it, but, that's just what starts happening when you start trying to overdrive tires that are overheated.
Yeah, Chris, you're correct. But look at that 34 of Jason Bridges. One of those guys that was a star early last week at COTA. He looks like he's picked up some momentum here. Maybe that 34 machine said, hey, I can go up here and run with these boys comfortably after that COTA race. And now, here at lap 10, he's got himself in 7th position. He's running that Rise Motorsports. That's Travis Twitty's team, one of the Truck Series guys as well. And he's doing a good job up here with that Fanatec 34 Rise machine as he is rolling himself P7. Jason Bridges really finding that momentum here in the little latter half of the season here at race number 5. As you go back here to Michael Robertson, excuse me, as it looks like our whole field just shuffling around there through the back. Not sure if that was SDK just tripping out a little bit, the lap timing maybe having a little bit of a panic attack. But you see this car number 24, who currently doesn't have any numbers for me. I'm sure you're not seeing the same.
Correct.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, so get that situated there. I want to say your name is Michael. If it's Michael, if it's Mikhail, sorry, but I want to say it's Michael. Michael, you ain't got no numbers on the side of your car, buddy. Yeah, as you see it right now, Logan Russell getting battle from that 97 of Alex Healy. He was one of those drivers that we were watching last week as well. You know, he started battling it up through the field. Alex Healy was doing a good job. Whoa, look at that. The top lane for that 2 machine of Logan Russell, excuse me. You see that 97 working that inside lane, trying to get that quarter panel to slow that 2 down. Not going to make it. You see the 77 of Doug Neal diving down to that bottom lane, trying to break that draft up on that car behind him. But it doesn't look like it's really going to come into effect. Bobby Hall Jr. getting a really good run up to that back bumper. Yeah, as right now, it looks like everybody's kind of single-filed out. Whoa, as I say that, Bobby Hall Jr. making a move to the inside. I told you, Bobby, I was going to get your name right as we're getting down here into turns 3. You see that 94 machine taking that inside lane. Whoa, he's squeezing that bottom lane. The 77 having to just get up out of it just a little bit. But it looks like Doug Neal going to have a really good run on that top lane. He's got a lot of momentum helping push behind him. That 94 down there on that bottom lane all by himself. So he's not going to have the help, but it looks like he's still holding off that 77 to Doug Neal. Looks like Richie Meade going to go ahead and pull down pit lane. But look at that, the 77 to Doug Neal trying to get down there on that quarter panel, trying to slow that 94 down. He sees that 94 got a head of steam. He's trying to get him slowed down.
Oh, yes, sir. Chris, you are correct. It is getting very racy up here with our front pack. That 94 really on the quarter panel. Look at him in the 77. They are too wide here for that lead position. That 16 of Joey Doucette, and look at Jason Bridges. That man is on a run here right now. As that 94, Bobby Hall Jr. will lead lap number 14. Will he hold on to it as we get into turns 1 and 2 here? You see that number 2, Logan Russell there. That 16 of Joey Doucette on the inside, trying to get back up there and get in that first position. As that 94, Bobby Hall Jr. out of turn number 2. Slide job. He's clear here at lap number 15. That 94 going to assess himself in the lead. But here comes Scott Neal Jr. Or Scott Neal Jr. What am I talking? Doug Neal. Excuse me. I don't know. I've got so many names going through my head. As you see Doug Neal, that 77 on the outside lane. Joey Doucette pulling up as well. He's got that 34 who's kind of just hanging out. This is anybody's kind of ball game up here, Chris, for this lead position right now. I think everybody's just kind of having a go at it. These boys are unreal in those race trucks, and they're letting them fly here in a turn 1.
Yeah, you know, the stage break isn't till lap 40 going into lap 41. So it's going to be interesting to see how these boys try to handle this this cycle of the green flag runs. Is it something that we come to expect from these Bluegrass boys every week? Is a lot of Bluegrass green flag runs. That was a mouthful to say. But that 77 of Doug Neal trying to make that outside pass on that 94. But it doesn't look like Bobby Hall is going to be able to, or excuse me, Doug Neal is going to be able to make that pass. Looks like he's going to have to just go ahead and check up and let that 94 go ahead and get by him. But it doesn't look like he's letting him get too far away. That 77 trying to get down there on that quarter panel. But he's also got that 16 to Joey Doucette, who could get around him if he gets down there and slows himself up too. So he's trying his best to hold off, just trying to hold off that wall of trucks behind him. You see that 24 coming out of pit lane right now. That is the 24 of Michael Robinson.
Yeah, I'm not getting any type of driver chat for some reason right now on stream, so I do apologize. I can't hear race control or anything right now. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm changing in my black box, trying to get it to work, but I don't know, just not getting it to work. So I do apologize about that. Not able to get you guys any type of information from race control at the moment. Trying to figure it out, so if you hear me go a little bit quiet, that's probably why. But on board, it looks like, or on screen, it looks like we got Logan Russell, Cody Vero coming down pit road, Chris.
Yeah, we saw that 11 getting really stacked up there. That probably wasn't a really good decision there to come down pit lane with all those cars in front of you like that. I personally would have gotten a little more clear if I was that 11 and that 2 machine. But hey, they're on the track, not me, so they make the decisions. Did you see that 77 at Doug Neal? Taking it all the way down to the bottom of the track. He's going to have that 94 right under him. So now we're going to go 3 wide into turn turns number 3. It looks like, oh, nope, too wide. 94 going to tuck up to the top.
Run from the 94, yeah. Big run from that 94. So it looks like the 77 going to come down pit road. Chris, I think we have a time or a moment to go to our pit reporter. He's not only race control, he's not only the league owner, he's the pit reporter tonight. We're going to bring up Jason Collins, have a word with our guy down pit road right now. Jason, we're seeing that 77 machine dug nil down pit road. What you got for us down there?
Hey, what's up, guys? Looks like we've got a lot of guys just coming on pit road. It's start of the green flag stops. I'm sorry, and looks like 77 just came in. We had a couple guys pit early. The 18, I know he went in early, and the new guy. They were both new guys that went in early. It was Mikhail Robinson and what's the other guy's name here? Mead, the new guy. Richie Mead, the new guy.
Richie
sorry.
Mead, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it looks like we've got the whole pack coming down.
Yeah. We got the whole pack, Jason.
So everybody's coming in now for these pit stops. We're trying to watch them come off as quickly as we can. A lot of chatter on the radio. I know you said something about your radio wasn't working, but if you need anything, just holler at us and we'll come back down and give you an update.
Yes, sir, Jason. Thank you for that pit report update. And man, hey, this race is looking fun. We'll be sending you back to down there with Scott down on pit road. And hey, enjoy the rest of this race like we are, bud.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Thanks. Have a good one.
Appreciate you, man. All right, and you heard that from Jason Collins. A lot of drivers now starting to undercut this stage. As you saw, Doug Neal is now going to, excuse me, not Doug Neal. It's going to be Jason Bridges, actually, that should get put back out in the lead. That 34 machine. Jason Bridges, yep, he is going to be your leader here. So Jason Bridges, good pit stop strategy for him. He's going to get himself out in the lead. But it looks like, Chris, he might not have taken tires. His pit lane time was only 16 seconds.
Yeah, that
from that 34 machine only.
Yeah, that 34 machine might have taken fuel only. Just gonna go ahead and try to hang on to this lead the best he can. Try to get a stage win. As you see, you got just a massive flight of bees coming out of that pit lane. You see right now that 72 of Bobby Matuszewski getting around that 99 of Josh Penn. Whoa, Bobby Matuszewski getting loose there. The chef going around. Let's see if he gets it slowed up. Gonna get it down into the grass. That 72 gonna go ahead and just say, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pull her down pit lane. That 72 doing a really good job getting her woed up there, getting it checked up. No, everybody around him was probably really scared there.
And Chris, it looks like pit road has already caught everybody out on that, or got somebody out on that green flag stop, and it's probably somebody you did not expect. 77 to Doug Neal, who is out of his pit road, is gonna be penalized for speeding. That 77 now making his way back out on the track. He will be a lap down. He'll see if he can make it to this stage. He's going to have a lot of cars to pass to get himself back on that lucky dog.
Yeah, but right now, that 34 machine, he's trying his best to stay out here in this lead. He's got that 2 of Logan Russell, who is starting to slowly close in on him. But, you see that right behind him, you've got that 88 of Wes Wiggin pulling in behind that 16 machine of Joey Doucette. I want to say Joey Doucette is not on the lead lap. I don't think he is. No, it says that he is currently scored in 30th, so yeah, it does look like he is currently a lap down. So right now, Jason Bridges, I almost said Jeff Bridges, oh my goodness. Jason Bridges sitting out in the lead, got about a 2.5 second gap between him and Logan Russell. So Logan Russell got that 16 of Joey Doucette all over the back bumper of him. So right now, that 16 is going to be helping push that 2 of Logan Russell up to that front position. But if you're Wes Wiggin, you definitely want to have somebody behind you. Looks like behind him is that 38 of David Brackett trying to catch up to that back bumper of that 88 machine. Behind him, the 97 of Alex Healy, going to be currently rounding out your top 5.
And Chris, you know, one thing people are probably thinking right now is, why did Bridges not take a set of tires? But that's going to give him an extra set here if we get some cautions. That 34 machine could have taken a gamble now here early. He's got track position, still out in the lead. Yeah, he'll get past here eventually. But I think for Jason Bridges, having that extra set to go on here in case we get an extra caution or something, or just, you never know what happens here at a track like Auto Club. Jason Bridges, he might have, went on that little bit of a gamble here, but it's going to come back to work out for him, I think, in the latter stages of the race. And right now, I like the track position he's taken. We'll see if he can finish still in that top 5, top 10, and get himself a good little pit stop here again on this stage. Get himself worked back up here. Jason Bridges, though after that Coda race last week, picked up the stage win. He's been looking like a whole new man on the racetrack here tonight, and it's good to see that 34 Rise machine really make his way up to the front here.
Yeah, Josh, but don't look too fast. Look at that. The two of Logan Russell now only a half a second back from that 34 machine. So Logan Russell came down pit lane, had a 14-second stop. Jason Bridges came down, had a 8 7/10 second pit stop. So that just goes to show you that that 34 not taking tires, just trying to take that fuel. So that 2 machine starting to make a charge up here on that 34 might not have been a good choice from him.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to catch him. They're going to catch him with a lot of head of steam right here. But, you know, in the long run, I think, you know, Jason Bridges has still got a good race ahead of him. He's on a good strategy. You know, they're going to catch him. They're going to pass him. But he's going to learn from those mistakes. But like I said, Chris, at the end of the race, if we get any type of cautions, any type of green, white checkers, which we know has happened this season, we could see Jason Bridges with an extra set when nobody else has something.
Whoa, did you see a little bit of looseness there? It looks like there's a little bit of a train going on. A little bit of a wave from that 9 machine, that 9 of Akamai Proctor getting a little loose coming out of turn 3. That is something to also watch out for. You're going to see a lot of drivers as we're 3 wide. That 43 cutting down on that 94 of Bobby Hall Jr., but he's going to make it clear. It looks like the 94 just went ahead and decided to check up just a little bit as our friendly Hawaiian riding that outside lane. Akamai Proctor in that 10th spot, currently trying to battle it out with Josh Mckinney and Ed Osborne in that 42 machine, but he's looks like he's riding that top lane just a little bit too high. That 94 machine getting a good run there.
Well, Chris, just got word from Jason. He said that was a mistake on his part up in race control. Doug Neal was not caught for speeding. He accidentally didn't call the fuel man out to the car. Cleared his fuel strategy, or cleared his fuel man, excuse me. Woo! So, when he came down pit road, did not get fuel, so he had to come back down again to grab fuel in the race truck. So unfortunate for Doug Neal, early mistake here, but it wasn't a penalty. He can still build off of it. We do know that sometimes when you get a penalty, it kind of demotivates you a little bit. But you know, if it was just a personal mental mistake, that might be something he could build back into it. We'll see how Doug Neal does here.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I've actually been on the track, had a little, had a couple of incidents like that happen to me, go down pit lane, you're like, okay, gonna make sure my tires are checked, and you accidentally click them off, and then they put left side tires only. I don't know why, but they only put left side tires on your car, so you're like, oh, okay, so this is gonna be interesting, and it wasn't for, 100 laps, and then you have to go 100 more laps before you put on right side tires, so it was definitely not fun, but I do know those woes. That is something that you can't come back from. Doug Neal, he has a chance to come back here. We still got a stage break coming up in 12 laps.
Look at that Ron Morris Jr. machine, Chris. Sorry, did not mean to cut you off. He just got a big drive out of turn 4. And that 76 of Ron Morris Jr. looks like he might got something here in this Chevy Silverado, up 13 spots. We know Ron Morris Jr. knows how to get a win here in the Truck Series. Was our inaugural debut Truck Series here tonight, or not tonight, but this race season, excuse me. I got him DM on Discord, and it completely made me say tonight, but 76 Ron Morris Jr. looking good here. He knows how to win in this Truck Series, and man, he's got himself up 13 spots, really sawing on that Chevy Silverado's race truck wheel. Doing a good job as well, as you see Joshua Mckinney, another one of those drivers moving himself up through the field. Started in 20th, currently sitting in that 5th spot, as he is currently just kind of driving out of that turn 4 and making his way through the field. And you like to see this, Chris, where you've got a lot of race trucks that, can pass race cars. As you see Akamai Proctor coming down pit road, it looks like that 24 Mikael Robinson also making his way down pit road. But Chris, like I was saying, a lot of these drivers looks like they can pass these race cars, and it's that's what I'm liking to see. That means we're going to see a lot of these guys from the back of the pack try to get that hard charge award. Maybe they didn't get the best qualifying time. Really get up here and run this hard charging award.
Yes, right now you see that 2 of Logan Russell currently setting out in the lead. Looks like maybe he was trying to dive it down. Yeah, it looks like maybe he was trying to dive it down pit road. But, it does look like he has that actually diving it down pit road. So Jason Bridges going to go ahead and assume that lead at lap 34. We've only got 9 laps to the stage. So the pit lane will close with 2 laps to go to that stage. So everybody going to try to jump in the pit lanes now and get it done. But we're going to see if that 34 has what it takes to get out there and hold on to that lead for at least 9 more laps.
Yeah, we're going to see how these drivers take these last couple laps. We know we're getting close here to that stage break. We're going to see some guys coming down and getting fuel, 4 tires and fuel here within these next handful of laps. Right now, it looks like that 97 of Alex Healy is trying to chase down Ed Osborne, Chris, who's finally got a different livery. I just noticed it. That 42 looking hot. That Kenner Performance Group, Ed Osborne, man. And I got to just say, that is one man, when he picks up that win, I am probably going to shed tears because I am so excited to see that 42 machine who has just done so much with his career here in Bluegrass these past couple seasons. Went up to Cup, realized, man, maybe I'm not ready for this, boys. Came back down to the Truck Series, has soaked in so much information, hasn't really taken it maybe as serious as he thought he should have. And this past season in trucks, last season, made his way out all the way into the Final Four. And Ed Osborne was a contender man last year for a race win, top 5s all season. I'm very excited to see here in season 2 of 2021 if Ed Osborne picks up a win and even possibly multiple wins.
Yeah, you know, one of those drivers that last season when we started getting him in the booth, he was like, I kind of don't know what I'm doing up here. I just started driving and gotten, you know, like you were saying, Josh, just started getting really consistent. That 42 machine did. As you see him right now, starting to catch that 34 Jason Bridges. As I say that, the 43 of Joshua McKinney has got around that 34 Jason Bridges. So now those tires are starting to show their ugly heads. They're starting to really come into not play well for that 34. You see, starting to slow up. But like we were saying, Ed Osborne moving himself up, battling for that second position. He should be able to get him down going into turn 1. But we'll see if that 42 machine does not look like it. Looks like maybe he backed out of it there for a little bit. Maybe he decided, hey, I don't want to go out here and battle up for this position. So Josh McKinney right now sitting in that first spot, up 19 positions. So right now that 43 doing a good job up here in the front of the pack.
Yes, sir, indeed. Joshua McKinney doing an excellent job. And, Chris, I got to say, big shout-out to that 34, Jason Bridges. He was on those older tires, man. We know he only stopped for fuel. If we are correct, his pit time is only showing 8 seconds. So I want to say he stopped for a splash of gas and dipped out of town. So I want to say that 34 right now, still rolling on 34-lap old tires. He's doing an excellent job here holding off Ed Osborne.
Yeah, Ed Osborne looks like maybe he just didn't really want to get up there and start battling it out with that 34 machine. Just decided, you know what, I don't want to put too much pressure on him. I know he's got a little older tires. Maybe I'm just gonna, cruise back here and think about the big picture. That's one thing as a race car driver that not a lot of people, think about whenever you get out there on the track. Everybody's like, okay, got to get out there, got to get first place, got to win. Well, there's still 100 laps in between that, in between that green flag drop. So there's a lot that can go on in between it. So it looks like Ed Osborne taking that high road, just gonna go ahead and just cruise behind the 34, not really worry about getting position, just let it come to him.
Indeed, and that's showing just that pure experience, Chris, of Ed Osborne, as we'll see that 11 of Cody Farrell dive it down pit road. Scott Madden as well into that number 22 Portland Pale Ale machine. As we'll go back up on board here with Joshua McKinney, I want to say I see drivers starting to talk on driver chat, so I'm assuming we're going to start seeing a lot more guys come down pit road here. Like I said, still don't have driver chat. I've been messing with it in my settings every now and then, trying to get it to work. Still can't figure out. Maybe just have to get my actual rig plugged back up, get the black box working again that way. But we'll have it working for tomorrow night for the Xfinity race 100%. But yeah, like I said, did see Joshua McKinney and company talking. They are making their way down pit road. Ed Osborne as well. And this is going to be our second round of pit stops here tonight, Chris.
Yeah, second round of pit stops. And look at that. Jason Bridges staying out with 3 laps to go to the stage. So maybe a little bit of a play here from that 34. Like you were saying, everybody's already come down, and if they've taken tires twice, that's 2 sets of tires gone only in 37 laps. I wouldn't imagine everybody taking tires.
Bridges is on the radio. He might be coming down pit road, Chris.
Yeah, that 34 might be getting
slowing up heavy. Yeah, maybe not. Never mind.
No, he is.
Okay. He was running that middle lane there for a second. Looks like he might get off into the grass there for a second. Gonna lock it up big time, but he is gonna get it slowed down. I saw he was about 1 mile an hour over. We know iRacing sometimes will give you 5 miles an hour. Sometimes they'll penalize you for it feels like half an RPM rule. So, you never know what they're gonna do here. We'll see with that 34 Jason Bridges. I saw he was 56 and a 55. Not trying to tell on anybody. We know race control ain't gonna give him a penalty for it, so we'll see. He should be fine, though. There's been plenty of times I've entered pit road at 65 and just locked him up instantly after the cone and still not gotten a penalty. So iRacing sometimes giveth, sometimes taketh on the penalties.
Yes, right now Christopher Blanchard going to be sitting in that 19 machine up in first spot. Looks like he's going to go ahead and bring that mean machine down pit lane.
McKinney penalty.
Oh, Joshua McKinney in the 43 got a penalty?
Penalty. Just got it from Jason Collins. That's what he said.
All right, so the 43 getting a penalty. We'll get a little bit more information on that here in just a moment.
Healy saving.
You see Alex
Healy might not make it to the stage here. Pit road's closed. He might not make it, Chris. If he's trying to clutch in all the way, that's very close for Healy. He is very close. Everybody has come down pit road by a couple. Pit lane is closed. And if you're one of those guys that haven't pitted yet, you're probably shaking in your jeans right now that you're wanting to make it. We'll see if this Holly EFI 97 Alex Healy makes it back. He can just kind of cruise right now, as he's going to get back on the gas down the front straightaway.
Yeah, about a 12-second gap between him and that 94 Bobby Hall Jr. So if you've got the gas,
Wait,
in
Bobby
the
Hall
truck,
Jr. just disappeared for me. Whoa, my SDK just completely freaked out. Sorry about that, Chris.
yeah, as you see the 97, looks like he's going slow around turn 1. This might open up the door for that 94, but no, it doesn't look like it. Looks like he is battling it out with that 2
He's
of Logan
saving
Russell.
as well.
Yeah, you see the 2 of Logan Russell battling it out there. You see the 4 of Alan Duranco. He is currently a lap down, so not battling for position.
Does Healy make it? Yeah, he should make it. Healy should be able to coast by now. That 97 should be your stage winner here. Yeah, oh yeah, he's for sure making it. Not even sputtering. And out of turn 4, to get that green-white checkered, it's going to be that 97 of Alex Healy. Picking up a very, 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 very productive stage 1. He's going to grab that stage win here, and what an excellent job from that Holly EFI number 97 Chevy Silverado, excuse me, of Alex Healy. Excellent stage win. And that is going to be your DPU design stage winner, Alex Healy. We'll have a word with that 97 here in just a moment. We're going to let these guys get cycled back through, get called up to the pace car here. It looks like it's picked up that 97 yet. And man, if you're that 97, you're probably thinking, please let that pace car pick me up as soon as possible. I'm trying to get down pit road. It looks like he might have to right now, Chris. I don't think that 97 is going to make it. Is pit road close? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that Alex Healy machine just made it. Yep, end of line, Alex Healy. Well, that's a rough break for Alex, man. You win the stage, and then you got to come down pit road and take an end of line penalty. That stinks, brother. Unfortunate, but hey, that's racing, man. That's you live by the sword, you die by the sword, Chris. You know, they say that's just that's gambling right there. Sometimes it doesn't always pay off.
Yeah, you know, they say rubbing is racing. Well, it's also gambling. You gotta take those gambles sometimes. Try to stay out there to get that stage win, and it didn't really pay off for that 94 or 97 as he had to come down pit lane. Probably ran out of gas there, but we'll get him up here for an interview in here in just in 1 second.
All right, well, we are going to go ahead and bring up that 97 of Alex Healy here in just 1 second. Got to find him in the Discord channel. So many drivers in here. So hard to find all these people sometimes. So let me just get back through here, make sure he ain't in one of the other channels up here.
Yeah, Yeah, as you see everybody coming down pit lane, I'm getting word that excuse me, the 97 of Alex Healy is not in Discord, so if we cannot get that 97 in here for
Yeah, I'm not
interview.
seeing him. We'll see. He might pop in Discord here in just a moment, but we'll see. You know. I just looked through about 48 times just to make sure I'm not crazy.
Yeah, that's that's why I got kind of quiet there too. I was scrolling through the Discord just to triple check behind you, just to make sure that we didn't see that 97 machine. Did not see him in the chat, but we will go ahead and get him up here on the screen. As you see everybody having to get around that 97.
3 laps to green, by the way.
As that 97 of Alex Healy is your DPU Design stage winner. So big shout out to that DPU Designs team. I want to say that is Travis Twitty's brother's t-shirt shop. So make sure to check them out. Josh, you can go ahead and get that name or their Facebook.
Oh, yes, sir. It is Dub Print on Facebook, which is DUB Print. Dub Print UNL on Twitter, and on Instagram, they're Dub Prints. You can contact them at office@dubprintlife.com, and yeah, hit them up, man. They make great t-shirt designs, putting all your ideals into prints. You can hit them up for family reunions, you know, sports teams, churches, schools, whatever you want to do. And yeah, thank you to DPU. Love, print, passion. Hey, we love what you guys are doing and the passion you're bringing for this Bluegrass organization here. And big shout out to all you guys over there at DPU Unlimited, and all the shout out to the fans here in the YouTube and Facebook. Chris, I gotta say, man, if you're that 97 to Alex Healy, you've just had the highest of highs and the lowest of lows in a matter of a lap and a half right there. I mean, you grab the stage win. You're thinking, man, I did it. Finally got the stage win here at Auto Club. Tough stage win to take. I mean, all these drivers so competitive here in the early stage. You were expecting it to be maybe a little bit closer there at the end, but Alex Healy, class of the field there in stage 1, and as soon as he crosses the line, he thinks, man, well, I'm probably going to have to go down pit road here because the pace car isn't going to pick me up. That's unfortunate for Alex Healy, man, and hey, sometimes you're up there, sometimes you're down there, and it seems like and it seems like today he is the nail and not the hammer, my friend, because whew, that is a tough pill to swallow. All right, and as we are getting ready, looks like are we getting the wave around? We are getting the wave around. So I was going to say we'll go to a commercial break, but if we're going ahead and getting ready to go back to green, we ain't going side by side, folks. We're going to bring you back to some racing here in just a moment. So if you were on that Facebook chat, we do appreciate you being here tonight. Go ahead and share us out. Throw us out, get some support going for the Bluegrass guys here. It is all about the boys out here in these trucks, Xfinity and Cup Series, and trust me, this league gets better and better every week. We've got looks like we are going 2 laps to green now. Maybe somebody not caught up all the way, but just gonna say, big shout out to all these guys. A big shout out to Bluegrass. Just a big field of talent this truck series has this season is absolutely insane, and gotta say, I am just thankful to Jason Collins, thankful to all the Bluegrass guys, you know, all the feedback they've been giving us lately, helping us get better here, and gotta say a big shout out to them, big shout out to you guys on Facebook. Go ahead and hit that share button, and hit that like button if you're not already, and if you're on that YouTube platform, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, or go ahead and hit that notification bell so you know when we go live here. But we are going to go to a side-by-side here for just 1 second as we are getting ready to go back to green here.
we welcome you back to the action. Wanted to get back here before the green flag dropped. As you see the pace car getting ready to take that left-hand turn into the pits. The 19 of Christopher Blanchard going to bring these boys to the ButtKicker restart zone. And the green flag is out. The 19 of Christopher Blanchard getting off to a good jump. He's got that 101 of Dakota Shepherd on that outside. Looks like he's going to fall in, but that 34 going to take that outside lane. It looks like caution is back out. It looks like Joey Doucette, Bobby Matuszewski might have had a little bit of an incident there. Yeah, we see a couple of drivers down on the bottom of the track. We'll go back here and see what happened with that 40 or that 72 of Bobby Matuszewski. See a little bit of a... Oh, everybody got checked up back there. Whoa! What in the world just happened there? Gonna go on board here with that 16 of Joey Doucette. See what happened in front of him. See that inside lane? Looks like they're starting to get rolling, and everybody just gets checked up. And yeah, you see just the chaos ensuing there. It's gonna be the 4. Alan Duranco involved in that as well. See that 97 of Alex Healy, who had that drive-through, also getting involved in it. See there, it looks like the 55 of CJ Mason got into the back of Ron Morris Jr. And that's going to slow up the 4 of Alan Duranco. The 97 going to try to jump out, just get the front end of that 4. The 94 also trying to get through there. Doesn't look like Bobby Hall Jr. had any issues. But you see the 16 of Joey Doucette getting sent around there. Just a really big stack up, just everybody getting checked up, and just a bad start. That's, it's one of those things that comes with racing. That kind of thing happens. Looks like.
Extended that last caution. Jason was getting a little kerfuffled with some all that wreck right there. So basically, the 72 of Bobby Matuszewski accidentally got EOL'd or black flagged. So that's why we had to extend the caution. And it was also Joey Doucette. Something happened with him that put him 2 laps down on accident with that whole black flag thing and everything. So Joey Doucette was given a lap back, and that's why they went ahead and cleared that 72. And then they also put him back with an EOL, so he wasn't, a lap down. So basically all that was for that caution period right there. But you did see the big accident right there, and looks like we're gonna have a couple takers down pit road. We'll get them racked back up and go in here again. It seems like every time you line and go to a loud pedal, Chris, we seem to find the wrecks here when we want to go to the loud pedals. Maybe we shouldn't do them on restarts anymore.
It's one of those things, kind of a gamble, trying to figure out what's when's the best time to do it. But hey, it's like, hey, everybody's bunched together, let's do it that time. And then you see that little bit of incident. But hey, like I said in the just a second ago, that's something that comes with it. You see a little bit of a checkup coming from that line of cars that got their lap back. So just a little bit of racing incident stuff going on back there. That's just one of those things you can't really help. It just kind of happens.
Yeah, these restarts get very hectic at a track like Auto Club, man. You see how wide this track can be. Drivers see that. They try to take runs sometimes, or things just happen. And that's just how it happens on these restarts. You got a lot of overambitious drivers sometimes wanting to make up that same real estate. Not that that's bad. Overambition's really good sometimes in a race car. You see that move and you're like, well, gotta make it. And sometimes it just flat out works and the guy behind you just can't do nothing about it, can't catch up. But hey, overambitious, can it kill you? And sometimes kill that race truck. You see a lot of guys here get just kind of, out of sorts on these restarts sometimes. But other than that, they've got it all gathered back up here. We're going to be going to the green flag here in just a moment as you're seeing these drivers 2 wide here. See that 85 of Logan T. Smith. Is that 29 of Travis Twitty going to get that wave around? Travis Twitty going to be back on the lead lap in that number 29 Rise Machine, as he's been looking for a good run this season. Twitty, man, was looking really good for a top 5, maybe a win at Daytona at the start of the season. Got wrecked coming to the final stages of the race. But Twitty, man, this season just out here to get the experience. And one of those drivers that I love seeing out here on the track week in and week out, it is that 29 of Travis Twitty, man. Big old homie in Travis Twitty, and that's what I love about that 29. Just a good guy all around. As it looks like we are going to get going back to racing here in just a moment. And speaking of that 20 team, Chris, that 34 Jason Bridges is going to be sitting himself on that outside pole here with Ed Osborne on that second row here outside as well. That 101 of Dakota Shepherd. And it's going to be Christopher Blanchard in that 19 Mean Machine who is going to bring us back to the green. I'm pretty sure race control telling the guys, hey, get it tightened up here. You guys are restarting too far away. I heard him talking about it in the back of the pack earlier on the last restart. We'll see if we get off clean here as a 19 going to get it rolling. That inside lane, 113 to Daniel Worthington. A little bit of a, wiggle there, but it looks like he's going to get it gathered back up. And towards the back of the pack, it looks like we are all good as 19 cars still on the lead lap here. As I said, Travis Twitty was back on the lead lap. He is not. I do apologize about that. It said he was showing 19th for me when he was getting the wave around. Currently showing 21st, but we're going to get back up on board here as we got 3 wide, Chris, down the back straightaway here on the restart. And that 85 of Logan T. Smith going to peek to the inside of the one of the Shepherd. Here comes that Black Rifle Coffee, and look at Daniel Worthington to the inside as we may have a little bit of tag 3 wide out of 4, 5, big wiggle out of Smith. As man, that could have got disastrous very quick. The 0-2. That is Torrey Thompson, as he is looking for some real estate here, as we're looking at all these guys get mixed up here, 3 wide, 2 wide, all these rows just really getting racy here on this restart. They want as much position as possible for this 5th place position on up. Whoa, a little bit of contact almost between Logan T. Smith and Wes Wiggin. Whoa, contact! Still gonna save it, man. I'm just gonna say contact, contact, contact. Because that's all it is right now. These boys are not giving an inch on the racetrack. Oh, man. Woo! Torrey Thompson almost got into the 88 or the 48 of Robert Richards. These guys are just all out of sorts. I just got to shut up or I'm going to run out of breath.
Yeah, I guess this is going to be a good time to go ahead and take us to an LNS Customs. So go ahead and get those screens turned to full screen. Get those sound systems turned up. We're going to take you to an LNS Customs loud pedal. from that LNS custom loud pedal. Saw a lot of drivers getting it really crazy, really fanned out.
And look how that lead pack, Chris, really starting to get away from that. I mean, Chris, we saw so much action in that run right there with that loud pedal. LNS Customs probably thinking, oh yeah, we love having our name right there, all the action. The big old LNS Customs logo on the screen. Big shout out to LNS Customs, by the way. We love those guys over there, and they got a lot of good hot rods that they're working on. So just big shout out to those boys over there, and thank you for coming onto the league and being that loud pedal sponsor. Torrey Thompson, a little bit of looseness there. He's just going to say Daniel Worthy. Hopefully you got your brown pants on, buddy, because I'm pretty sure I just scared the crap out of that 113 machine. Is that 85 of Logan T. Smith, Chris? Under caution, or not under caution, excuse me, under that loud pedal. Whoa, contact! And I was going to say it. We've got a big wreck down the back straightaway. 85 in contact. And it looks like the caution will be out here at lap number 58. Logan Russell, 85, going to get around. We're going to see the field in just a kerfuffle right now.
Yeah, you saw the storm brewing there. Under that loud pedal, there was a lot of shuffling going on, and I was telling, I was actually talking to Josh in the background saying, hey, something's about to happen. And we knew it was going to happen in that middle pack, and there it was. It just all came to a head. As we're going to go back here on board, see what happened with that two machine Logan Russell. You see him just get up, maybe thinking he was, maybe he got a little, it looks the 88 of West Wigan. They might have made, yeah, look at that. The 88 looks like he might have gotten loose, so it might have started with the 88 of West Wigan. Yeah, you see the 88 diving down just a little bit. Maybe the two in them trying to share that same real estate.
A little bit of net code maybe as well, Chris. I'm not sure. There was definitely probably at some point going to be some contact there. I want to say, I don't know, that two, we've seen that two wide going pretty good tonight, but you see that 88 get a little bit out of sorts. The 85, I think, trying to dodge him. The two just got a big speed loss off of that, and the 11 of Verrill, the 85 of Smith, just, kind of really nowhere to react when that two of Logan Russell, kind of just put himself back up in the middle of the track for a moment. And yeah, it's going to get him collected. You're going to see some guys get collected here as well. And unfortunate for some race trucks here tonight. That 101, man, Dakota Shepard, one of those guys that was running strong here. He's going to take a big old shot to the inside safer barrier. That truck going to come off the ground, almost off on all fours. You see the carnage still going on. That 46 involved. That's Eli Raposa, the 85 of Logan T. Smith, still just out of whack here. And man, unfortunate, Chris, at lap number 58, we're going to get our second caution. Granted, not counting the stage break, but our second racing caution of the night.
Yeah, it looks like just an unfortunate turn of events there. Everybody just trying to battle for that same position. You saw the 88 of West Wigan and the two there of Logan Russell just getting into each other, and it just kind of brewed that storm that we were talking about. It's just everybody trying to fight for that same real estate, trying to get up into the best position that they can, and just fighting for that same real estate. You saw the two get the 88 of West Wigan loose there, and just that's all she wrote. It just kind of went downhill from there. It's unfortunate for that 101, like you were saying, that 101 having a really good showing out here. Dakota Shepard did, but just unfortunate for him being seeing him go on that really wild ride. Also for that 48, just having nowhere to go as well, and all of that.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate seeing a lot of these guys getting caught up that maybe wanted to have the run here tonight, starting to get some good momentum here coming to this halfway, or past the halfway stage, as we're at lap 62 of 100, excuse me. Read the lap logo is a 1, but that 20 of Eric Gaskins, you're going to see him with some damage. That 11 of Cody Verrill, who has been on a pretty decent run here tonight, and he's going to have some damage. See that 22 is Scott Madden, that 99 machine right there as well. As it looks like we're getting them racked back up here, Chris. We're going to see how well these boys are going to take this now. as everybody is going to be on fresh tires. Jason Bridges got himself out into the lead with that pit stop. Ed Osborne going to be in the second. Christopher Blanchard in third with Daniel Worthington in that fourth spot here, as Scott Madden and that 99 of Josh Clemens going to round out row 3. And you see in row 4 in that outside lane, that 20 machine of Eric Gaskins has damage. Going to be interested to see how stacked up this outside lane is going to be. We got some couple cars here with damage in this middle of the pack, but we'll just have to see.
Yeah, a lot of damage, like we were saying, Josh, a lot of damage early on. It can bring you down, as it still looks like the lights are back out, so they're still going to go around at least one more time. We're gonna get it racked back up and go green, but looks like they went ahead and extended that caution one more lap. Whoa, it's a big stack up there on the inside. Big stack up there on the inside. You saw all those drivers having to get on the brakes really fast. But, hey, we've only got 37 more laps to go here tonight. So this is going to go by quick. So everybody in the Facebook, in the YouTube chat, let us know who you're going for. I see John Bradley Pill over in the YouTube chat just a few minutes ago saying enjoying the show, rooting for High Side Hustlers tonight. Good to have you here. Yeah. Jason Bridges in that 34 machine, in that High Side Hustlers machine up here in that front spot. Not a stranger to that first spot. So that 34 machine up here in the lead. But hey, he's got that 42 Ed Osborne, and then right behind him that 113 of Daniel Worthington, one of those drivers that we haven't got to talk a lot about. He's going to be also battling it out for that position. And then Christopher Blanchard in that 19 Me machine going to be battling it out for that position as well. So it's all going to come down to who gets a good start. As the pace car should take that dive to the left. See him getting ready to go down pit lane. Going to take that hard left to the left. Hard left to the left. Don't know what that means. But the green flag will be back out. And we are underway here.
Oh, I just heard a spotter. I got my iRacing default spotter on. That's the first time I heard it tonight. We're coming back to green flag racing, Chris. That 34, Jason Bridges on that inside lane. Big start. That mean machine of Blanchard. He's going to get himself down to that inside lane, roll to the inside here of Ed Osborne. We know that Kenner Performance Group, that number 42 machine, he might be in a hot new paint job tonight. But we know how clean, how well that 42 is at just keeping that nose clean. He's getting a push from that 113 of Daniel Worthington right now. It looks like they were a little bit unlinked. Kind of scary to see that sometimes, but those two Fords link up very well with front bumper, rear bumper. As you see that 19 Silverado, loose contact! And that's what we were talking about, Chris. The knife's edge in turn 4. Caution number 3 is going to be out, and it's going to be that 113. They're still wrecking.
Riding on board here with that 113 of Daniel Worthington. Yeah, you just see him get checked up. Oh, probably just got really loose in that 19 machine. We'll go back on board here with that 19. See if we can hear what happened from his point of view.
Yeah, big wiggle there from the 19 of Christopher Blanchard. Chris, that's what I was trying to talk about all night. I don't think the fans really can understand. You don't really get to see the speed, the absolute grip of the race truck from these TV cameras sometimes. I mean, you don't realize that Blanchard is cranking that wheel right now, and what he's feeling in those tires is absolute on the knife's edge. I mean, that race truck at any moment could snap, and it did. You see what happens, what we mean by the absolute edge, the absolute just limit of the truck. He was on it. He got just a little bit loose. That wiggled him just enough for the 113 to go up. and you're going to see chaos ensue in front of Brian Terry. We're going to be back under caution here. Third racing caution of the night at lap number 66. And you know what they say, Chris? Cautions breed cautions, and it seems like right now that's what's happening. But right now on pit road, we're going to have a lot of race trucks, probably a lot of damaged race trucks still from that first accident a couple laps ago. But you're seeing some guys still come down. You see that 55 of CJ Mason making his way out. And one of those guys we haven't really seen tonight, Chris. You know, CJ's been one of those guys these past couple weeks. It's been doing a very excellent job, and it's kind of like he's just snuck under the radar here tonight. Just kind of having one of those nights here at Auto Club. Not too strong and not too bad, but it looks like he does have a lot of rear damage on that race truck. So probably why that 55 machine isn't really getting around here at the pace. Didn't see that at first, so makes sense now once you see the back of it, that that 55 machine probably just now struggling with either way too loose of a race truck, way too tight of a race truck, or that race truck's just not doing anything he wants it to with that damage. And you see that at a track like Auto Club, big old 2-mile oval. There's a lot of drafting. There's a lot of aero that goes into these tracks. You might think, oh, we're just throwing it down into the turn, gripping up, and we're sending it. That's kind of how it is technically, but it's not. I mean, there's a lot of will play, a lot of really learning the grip limits of these tires. I mean, oval racing is looked at and is this big old, oh, turn left, but sit down on one of these rigs. I guarantee you a lot of the boys that talk that wouldn't be able to hang with any of the guys up here in this league, or realistically, any of the guys probably in the low split ARCA racing. I mean, this is some pretty serious racing, and these guys put it all on the line here. You don't think that these guys are really taking this too serious, but there is a lot of competitiveness going on, a lot of money on the line here. We're going for a Chuck championship. These boys are going all out. This is a lot of the real life racing that some of these guys still get. I mean, we've got from the likes of Cup Series, Truck Series, late model guys, all the way down to guys that just want to get that taste of racing. Well, this is their taste of racing. They're going to put it all out here. We're coming to this second half of the race. We're coming to the last 30 here in just a moment. You're going to see it all come out the window here. These boys are about to throw the kitchen sink at Auto Club, and I feel like we're about to see some very good racing here. Some Denny Hamlin, Jerry Galano, some Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch style racing. Slide jobs, beating, banging, door rubbing, anything, everything. It's about to happen. We're getting close to 30 to go, and that pace car is taking that left turn here in just a moment. He's going to throw on that blinker now. Nope. Now it's like time to time a red light. But coming back to this restart zone, Jason Bridges, that High Side Motorsports, is going to bring us back to the green, and he's going to do a good job, Chris. Looks like that 34 machine has just been doing very well on these restarts here tonight. Towards the back of the packs, it looks like Robert Richards was peeking out on that 99 of Josh Clemens. As we roll into turn one, it looks like that 34 High Side Hustler Motorsports machine has done a good job here on this restart.
Yeah, it looks like Jason Bridges out to a really demanding lead right now, but he's got that 72 of Bobby Matuszewski right behind him. So that 72 having a little bit of trouble early on. You were saying earlier about that 55 of CJ Mason, Josh. Him and that 72 had a little bit of a run-in early on at the first restart. They did have a, like the inside line got really checked up. They got, CJ got rear-ended, and it caused a whole chain reaction. But everybody is good to go now. As I want to give a shout out to Dustin Slider in the Facebook chat saying, sending 200 stars 2 weeks in a row. Really do appreciate you helping support the Bluegrass boys out here, Dustin, and good to have you out on the track when you're out there as well. But right now, look at that, Josh. Brian Terry making a move down to the inside.
Brian freaking Terry, man. Remember the name.
Brian Terry.
The name.
Making a move on the inside of that 88 of Wes Wiggin. It is a race for that fourth place. As right now, it looks like that 13 machine's got the run on the inside. Stacy Johnson, where are you at? Because Brian Terry's up in fourth place.
yeah, Brian Terry, the 13 DeWalt machine. He found the
Gotta
tools
push.
to get
He's gotta
him rolling
push
here tonight, and he's got the push. Looks like he's gonna go to the inside here. Doug Neal gonna bring it back. That 77 machine also fighting back from when he went down a lap from missing his fuel man from coming over the wall. He is now fighting back. Where is that Simbox machine coming from? Another one of those drivers under the radar, and he is doing excellent, and he is driving up into this field. That 77 Simbox machine back in contention here with 30 to go.
Hey, looking at Stacy out there on the YouTube chat. Good to have you here, Stacy. I knew if we started screaming about Terry Brian, you'd be in here. So good to have you here, Stacy. We know you're out here on that YouTube every week, and we really do appreciate you being here. Look at that, Brian Terry still working on that inside of that 88 of West Wigan. Stacey Johnson saying she is pacing the kitchen floor carrying the iPad. Watch his reverse side. Look at that. Brian Terry going to get around that 88 of West Wigan. So he's going to make that slide check.
Back to the inside. As Brian Terry said, I'm tired of being the gentleman's racer, Chris. I'm going out here. I'm getting me some freaking points tonight at Auto Club.
Whoa,
in the wall, though. Oh, no.
Looks like that 13 getting up into the wall. Get it situated, Brian. You got it. Whoa, don't get back up into the wall.
He's just staying there. I think he wants to let him by. He's being the gentleman, Chris, and that stinks. Brian Terry, that's your man right there. I hate it, man. Hate it that he just got in the wall. I wish he would have been up here still racing for this 5th position.
That's one of those things, like Josh said, he is the gentleman's racer, though, so he saw he had an issue, and he said, you know what, guys? I'm going to go ahead and hold it in the wall. Most guys would yank that wheel down to the left, try to get out of the wall as best they could. But, hey, like we always say, Brian Terry, the gentleman's racer, just going to go ahead and stick her up into the wall and say, you know what, I'll just hold it there and not mess up anybody. Whoa, look at that big drop-in from Ed Osborne. He's falling back a couple of positions now. Right now, you've got Jason Bridges, who's pulled out just a little bit. Only got about a 6/10 gap on that 72 of Bobby Matashevsky. But on his outside, excuse me, that 43 is not battling for position. Josh McKinney is not battling for position.
He is not. That 43 machine. Another one of those drivers that got a pit road speeding penalty. I almost said a peeing penalty. That's not a penalty you kind of want, but hey, Dylan, what is up, homie? Hope you're doing good out here tonight, man. Know you've been in the deer stand this past weekend. I heard you got some, so good on you. And now you're getting to experience some of this good racing. And that 43, he is just all up in the way of that 77 of Doug Neal right now, who is taking it to this inside lane on that 42 of Ed Osborne. And see that 77, Chris, the chef, he is cooking them up right now in 2nd place, trying to get his way back up there. But in the lead, it's all that 34 of Jason Bridges, who we know at least has an extra set of those Goodyear tires that he could probably take if we get another caution or two here. Right now, 25 to go. This next time by, it's going to be Jason Bridges out in the lead, but those boys, Bobby Matuszewski, Doug Neal, Ed Osborne, and co., starting to slowly get a run, but it seems like now they're battling out here. That 72 of Matuszewski might be able to pull away unless he's just eating up his equipment, but it looks like that 77 of Doug Neal comfortably able to pass cars back through traffic. As you see Ed Osborne, big run, and Doug Neal going to try to make that car just a little bit wider.
Yeah, Doug Neal trying to take that inside lane there on that, on that 40, or that 77 of Doug Neal. Whoa, Ed Osborne trying to lead that truck down there on the inside. But that 77 of Doug Neal going to do a good job putting the really good defense on that top lane. Cody Verrill watching, sitting back here in that 5th spot going, oh, I don't know if I like what I see in front of me. He sees that 42 and that 77 really good battle.
He loves what he sees, Chris. I guarantee it. He wants to see that 42 just wobble just a little bit, clip that 77, and watch him go flying down into the apron. But he's going to hang on right now. Cody Verrill side drafting. I mean, absolutely side drafting Ed Osborne. These guys are textbook truck racing. If you want to show your boys a video, a demo, anything on how to do clean race etiquette, show them the Bluegrass guys right now on the Truck Series. They are putting on an absolute clinic right now. Each and every single driver putting it to the absolute limit. If I jinx us here, don't say it's my fault, but they are doing absolutely freaking awesome.
Yeah, you know, I was going to point out that 11, you know, you were talking about race etiquette, Josh, talking about that patience. As you saw that that 11 machine had to, whoa,
there it goes! Woo! her, baby! Save her, baby! He's back on the track. Good save there from Cody Verrill. That's net code, man. Come on.
Looks like everybody got it under control. It looks like everybody's under control.
I was about to say that was a 100% net code. Unfortunate for him and Mckinney. Hopefully that doesn't break up that 11's truck too much here as he's making this charge back. But good freaking save from the 11, man.
But you know, Josh, what I was going to go back to is, you know, whenever that 11 machine had that run on the 42 at Ed Osborne, he had every opportunity that he could to tuck back up to that 77 at Doug Nill and put that 42 down there on that bottom lane in a position that he didn't want to be. But you know what he did? You saw him back out of that position. He let that 42 slide back up in front of him, and probably wouldn't have been the best position. He might have been off better, you know, pushing the effort there.
Rewad Chris there for just a moment as they pass that lapped car. But look at this battle, man. Doug Neal, that Simbox machine didn't take fuel. He's just trying to get his Jarno Otmir first to last challenge in a league race because he is going from dead last back up to first basically as he was a lap down at one point. That 77 to Doug Neal has shown an absolute fight tonight. And you see that man up there in that third lane? That's Jason Bridges, your leader. And these three cars are like a storm and swarm of Hornets. They are on their way to sting that 34. They want this lead. They've got Robert Richards in tow as well, because I didn't even realize that 48 machine of Robert Richards, 20 spots right now. That Black Rifle Coffee Company, and it seems like our boys that haven't been having great runs these past couple weeks, they're having them tonight here at Auto Club. 20 laps to go this time by.
Yeah, that 48 of Robert Richards, he was involved in that little bit of an incident down that back stretch early on when we had that first big wreck. But doesn't look like that truck is really even taking any damage. Doesn't look like that 48 machine has any issues with that truck at all. So he is on a tear right now. He's got that back bumper of Ed Osborne all in front of his windshield, but it looks like he's taking that run down to the inside. Maybe not making that run just yet. No. Not going to have the momentum to take it on the inside. But that 42 of Ed Osborne's going to be taking it to Bobby Matuszewski here. It looks like that 72 had to slow it up just a little bit. That's going to slow up the 42. 48 is going to try to... Nope, doesn't look like he was going to do it. It looks like he was going to try to get on that quarter panel, but decided not to. He's going to go back here just a little bit. As you see, that 99 of Josh Clements diving out on the outside of that 88 of Wes Wiggin. So he's going to take it to the inside, go ahead and move himself up into that 7th position around that 88 of Wes Wiggin. So right now, that 11 machine of Cody Verrill, who you saw had a little bit of issue with that 43 and a little bit of net code, slowly moving his way up still. He's still in that 6th spot. That 43 is not battling for position, though.
I haven't had driver chat all night, so I don't know if they've had any type of apology, any type of understanding of the situation. So it's always fun to see making it up in my head if these boys are going to go out here and retaliate. I like making those false realities of, oh, this guy's definitely putting on the mustache, getting the 3/4 open face helmet on. He's going out there and Earnhardting this guy. Usually don't see that, though. A lot of these guys in this league very respectful of each other. And it looks like Robert Richards, Chris, you know, last time we really saw him on a very, very good run is he's all the way to the apron right now. Pit road. I did not notice that. I was about to say, I didn't look at speeds there for a second, and I was thinking, there is no way Robert Richards is making that stick. But
we're about to pass on the apron. We were making a whole new track out here. I was like, whoa, what in the world is going on?
Heck yeah, man, that confused me for a second. I was about to say, are we seeing some, like, actual, like, Phoenix style, like, dog leg cutting here from Robert Richards? He's found something we don't know. But right now, that's going to promote Cody Verrill out to the lead as we're getting into these closing stages, Chris. In 2 laps time, it'll be 15 to go. And in about 17 laps time, excuse me, it's going to be the end of this race. What do you think these guys need to do here at this end stage? We're going to go ahead and bring up our pit reporter, Jason Collins. We're going to have a word with him. I'm very excited to see what he's got to say about what these guys are going to do here in this final stage. So, Jason, take us through here. You were a driver here in this truck series last season. You're now on pit road here. You're race reporting. You're doing everything. Take us through this final stop here. What do these guys got going in their head?
So mostly they're going to be worried about getting on and off pit road as quickly as possible. That's the key to it right now. Making no mistakes, getting your tires, getting your fuel, because we've got around 17 laps to go. Most of them just came in. A few more are going to be coming in, trying to get that extra few laps on fresher tires towards the end. And that's honestly that's the key, man. It's just trying to get in and off pit road without any mistakes.
Jason, from your perspective, do you think we got another caution in us? Do you think these boys are going green? And man, we've got a lot of guys out there. Doug Neal, one of them, making their way through the field. Are we seeing a surprise winner here tonight, or are we thinking we're getting an OG going to victory lane?
Tell you what, Jason Bridges is looking really, really good and really tough tonight, man. And Sheffy is looking really good tonight too. It's going to be a tough one to call. I think once they get through the pit cycles here and we get down to around 10 laps to go, we'll have a better idea of who's going to come out on top. Caution is possible, I will say, from what I'm seeing. I've seen a lot of aggressive driving between old tires and new tires. Guys not want to give space. It's getting that time of the race where everybody's trying to get everything they can possibly get out of everybody else. Obviously, we had a great first stage, 40 laps. It was perfect, no cautions, no issues, and we had 3 cautions back-to-back after the stage. That was unfortunate. Took out our stage winner, Alex Healy. I hated to see him get taken out, and it's unfortunate, but part of it, man. It's racing, and unfortunately, things happen I don't have control over. I wish I could control everything all the time, but unfortunately, that's not the way it works.
Heck yeah, man. Well, Jason, we're seeing an excellent group race out here tonight. I mean, everybody taking inside, outside, everywhere they can go. I mean, it's just been awesome. I'm sure you've enjoyed Auto Club here, especially being able to watch the trucks this season, not having to worry about driving them. As talented as you are in them, it's kind of probably nice for these boys not to have to deal with Collins out there, right? But, hey, Jason, we'll let you get back down here. We know we got 15 to go here. You're probably about to be very busy on that race control maybe, so, hey.
If it goes green, I'm going to say Bridges has got a mighty good lead on these guys now. So he may take it tonight, man. And he's a first-time winner if he does take it. Thought he was going to get it at Dakota last week, but he didn't actually have the long-run speed. But if Sheffy can't catch him, I think it'll be Bridges tonight.
Heck yeah. Well, Jason, again, thank you for coming up here, man. Just filling these guys in, and we're trying to make it more exclusive to everybody, have everybody involved up here with us, and like you said, gonna be getting you back down here into your channel, and hey, enjoy this rest of this race on pit road, man. We'll be enjoying it up here.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. And that was Jason Collins. Good to hear from him, man, as he gets up here, put his knowledge in. We got so much brain, what's the word I'm looking for, brain and knowledge, absolute just seeping to everywhere. I mean, you could just say something, you're gonna have 30 guys in this Discord go, oh no, actually this is how you do it, because this is how genuinely smart a lot of guys in this league are. So savvy on the race cars. Jason Collins, one of those guys that was so freaking dominant in the truck series last year. Unfortunately, got taken out in the Final Four at Phoenix, but, if he was out there, I could see that 3 machine that was last season maybe making a race win here tonight. But right now, he called it, Chris. It could be either Matashevsky, but right now, I got to say, that Jason Bridges machine looking mighty fine here, coming up to 10 to go in just a moment.
Yeah, Jason Bridges doing a really good job bridging that gap. To the chef himself. About a 1.7-second gap between him and that first and second place. So right now, Jason Bridges, if he was to just put that truck on cruise control, he could possibly walk away here with that win. But I wouldn't put it on cruise control just yet. We've still got 12 laps left in this race, and you've got that 72 of Bobby Matashevsky coming up really hot behind him. So, and that 77 of Doug Neal. We do know Doug Neal. He's one of those drivers that he's really aggressive, and he'll get up here and battle as hard as he can.
So, Chris, coming up here to 10 to go in about 2 laps time. Gonna say a big shout out to YouTube. Big shout out to Facebook. If you're on that YouTube, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. If you're on Facebook, hit like. But more importantly, right now, it's time to put in chat, what driver do you think is taking it? Doug Neal making a big charge on the chef, making a charge to Bridges, who looks like actually is starting to slowly pull himself away. So Facebook, YouTube, it's time for your race picks, and are we going one more caution? And I also got to say a big old shout out to my boy Tyler, Chris. He's coming all the way down from North Carolina right now. After this race is over, I'm going to be buying a brand new rig. Going to be getting myself back into the racing a little bit more. But hell yeah, big shout out to Tyler as I see him in the chat right now. And appreciate all you're doing, man. And hey, excited to see you here in just a little bit. Pick up that wheel from you. Like a little kid in a candy shop right now. 10 to go this time by for Jason Bridges, though, Chris.
Yeah, Jason Bridges got it out to about a 1 8/10 gap on that 77 to Doug Neal. But now he's got that, he's got around, now that he's got around Bobby Matuszewski, let's wonder if that 77 is going to be able to push up to that 34 Jason Bridges. We do know that this draft, if he does have that draft behind him, it's going to help him. But it looks like the 72 getting really loose. It's going to open up the door there for the 48 of Robert Richards. Whoa, and look at that. Matuszewski trying to put a block on that 48 of Robert Richards, trying to push him all the way down there to the bottom of the track, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. Whoa, the 48 tightening up just a little bit. He's washing up onto that door.
Oh, as man, look at how tight these boys are getting, Chris. That 48, that 72, too wide. Look at the big drive in from Osborne. That Kenner Performance Group machine saying, hey, it might be 8 laps to go this next time by, but I'm still trying to pick it up. But Chris, all focus on Jason Bridges right now. He is all hands on deck. If you're in that 34 machine, you are just hoping it stays green. This is the one time of the race you do not want to caution. As I say that, though, big slide job from the 48. He had to check out of the gas in 72. And here comes Ed Osborne to the inside lane as they're racing for this 4th, 5th, 6th, and a 7th, or excuse me, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position. I was way off my positions there.
But let's not forget, look at this. Now Doug Neal's got that gap between him and Jason Bridges down to about a 1.25 second gap. So that little bit of gap to them. Now look at that. If they file in like that, they're going to catch this 34. As I'm looking out on the Facebook chat, I see Jeffrey Babb saying, no more giving, a lot more taking. Yes, sir. Logan Smith saying, let's get it, Jason. The 85 Valvoline car pulling for a team hot side, win with the 34. And then Maurice Twitty. What's up, Travis? Sorry you got wrecked out, buddy. He said, let's go, Jason Bridges. Good to have you over there on that Facebook.
Cordy, I'm going to need you to get me a Jason Bridges diecast made instant. I know you've got your ways with all those diecasts, man. I need you to get me one of your car and Bridges' car. I got to get the hot side hustlers on the top of my PC like you got yours, man. So big shout out to you, Twitty. Glad you're here tonight, even after the wreck, man. Unfortunate that you were taken out in the earlier events here at Auto Club, but glad you're getting to see your teammate maybe pull away the first win of the season for you guys. So right now it's Jason Bridges winning 1/10 out, Chris. Doug Neal is putting about a 10th a lap these past 2 laps, as it looks like that 34 Jason Bridges is going to be able to look in his mirror and see Robert Richards go to 2nd place, Chris.
Yeah, I was about to say, I saw that Tyler did say in the YouTube chat, he said 48 going to make that push. The 48 just made that push. Got around one of the better Bluegrass drivers up here in that 77 sim box of Doug Neal. The 48 of Robert Richards just came out of nowhere. Now he's
a second gap.
Yeah, now he's got a second gap.
He's getting a draft from that lapped car. We might see a pass for the lead here, maybe. Robert Richards, Jason Bridges first win between both of them this season. They're going for it. This will be Jason Bridges. I'm not sure if Robert Richards has picked up a win in Bluegrass prior seasons. I do apologize. Me and Chris are on very, very late into the Bluegrass Truck Series, that is, at least. We've only been on for 2 seasons, so I want to say, though, this could be Robert Richards' first career victory here in the trucks as well.
Yeah, I have to go and get a check back on that. I don't remember myself, but hey, Robert Richards is doing a really good job. I want to say I do remember him getting a podium last season in the truck series. But look at that. He's getting to run up to that 16 of Joey Doucette. Joey Doucette got a bump from him. Whoa, that 16 of Joey Doucette, the 48, going to bump him just a little bit. That's going to have to check them up. That might allow him to catch up, but no, I actually say that.
Big cutoff, dude. Robert Richards and Doug Neal are racing here, Chris, with 4 to go. They are absolutely racing. I didn't even realize we were at 4 to go. This race is so calm right now, but these boys just cranked it up. Ed Osborne, he's trying to get himself up here back on the podium. But right now, it's looking all Jason Bridges as Robert Richards and Doug Neal are about to have themselves a full-on old-school fashion slugfest here. In the words of the old great Jim Ross, it's about to be a slobber knocker, Chris.
Yeah, slobber knocker indeed. Gonna have to bring the cage match out and settle it. You know, these boys are just doing too much. I can't even figure out what is going on here right now. There is so much craziness going on. As you see the 48 of Robert Richards diving it into turn 1 and 2 for 3 laps to go. That 77 of Doug Neal trying to hang on that quarter panel, trying to slow that 48 down. Because right now, Jason Bridges
gonna have to block the inside lane. He's not gonna be able to stick that right here. This 77 coming hard. He's gonna maybe try to get the slide job here. Are we gonna see it? 77 drives in hard.
Whoa,
here
he hit
comes
the apron.
The slide job. Can the 48 come back, Chris?
48's got a good
White
drive.
flag, next time by. Here
48's got a good drive.
What a freaking race, man. Oh my goodness, these boys are digging.
Yeah, two laps
to go.
2 laps to go here at the line. Robert Richards got a really good drive out of that corner, but he's not going to have a good drive into turn 3. As right now, like we said, that little bit of battling, if you are that Jason Bridges machine, you definitely want to look behind you and go, okay, they're battling behind me. I just got to focus on what's in front of me. You see,
he's got to make it a lap and a half, Chris. Lap and a half, and Jason Bridges will pick up his first career Bluegrass win. He's got to just get to the white flag to make it official.
Yeah, but Robert Richards, he's still all over the back bumper of that 77. We saw that 48 have a really good drive out.
The white flag.
Yeah, we saw him have a really good drive out of the corner of turn 3. So let's see if the 48 has something to do with it.
White flag for that 34 as he is going to wheel it off into turns 1 and 2 for the last time tonight here, Chris. And behind him, battling, switching position still, Robert Richards, Doug Neal, 2 wide down the back straightaway. As this is not too wide. The 48 got the drive out. They were 2 wide in the corner, and we might see Robert Richards pick up second place here as out of turns 3 comes Jason Bridges into turn 4. He is going to see the checkered flag. He's just got to make it back. It is going to be career victory number 1. The 34 High Side Hustlers Motorsports. Jason Bridges is going to win at Auto Club. Woo! What a win for that 34 of Jason Bridges. What a way to stamp career victory number 1. The High Side Hustlers are going to go to victory lane. Fireworks down the back straightaway for that 34. Oh, this is going to be a burnout. You best believe, Chris, this is going to be a burnout. As we're gonna see it, the 34 of Jason Bridges, the Rise Fanatec 34 Ford F-150 is gonna burn it down here at Auto Club, and I'm guaranteeing you, he's probably shaking right now. That is his first career win here in Bluegrass, and I'm sure that 34 is ecstatic. Probably doesn't even know how to assess the situation. He's just too hyped right now. And man, not taking anything away with that victory, Chris. And that is his first win, and this is his second season of competition, man. Very, very hard competition here. He might have ran out of dang gas there. Not sure, but probably didn't. But hey, as we're gonna get your results up here, Jason Bridges gonna take home a very, very, very stout win. Big congratulations to that number 34 machine, and I gotta say, Robert Richards as well. Excellent job from that Toyota Tundra number 48 machine. 23 positions, hard charging his way to a second place finish. Then we're going to get that third place to Doug Neal, another driver that cannot hang his head tonight. Hard battle from that 77 to Doug Neal, and that podium position must feel like a win with the adversity he had to go through tonight. Bobby Maduszewski going to finish in fourth with Ed Osborne in fifth. Josh Clemens going to finish in 6th with David Brackett in that 7th spot. CJ Mason going to be 8th with Akamai Proctor in 9th. Good solid top 10 finish from Akamai. 22 positions from him as well. Or excuse me, 10. Read that from CJ Mason. But Christopher Blanchard going to finish in 10th with Brian Terry. And 11th after that damage. Still a solid top 11, or top 20 really. Top 15, but 11th place spot from Brian Terry. Cody Farrell, with all the damage he had tonight, he's going to finish 12th. Scott Madden, 13th, with Torrey Thompson in that 14th position. Mikael Robinson in 15th. 16th, going to go to Wes Wiggin with Ron Morris Jr. picking up 17th. Eli Raposa, 18th. Logan Russell going to be in 19th with Alan Duranco in 20th. Joshua McKinney in 21st with Joey Doucette in 22nd. Logan Smith in 23rd with Eric Gaskins in 24th. Daniel Worthington 25th with Bobby Hall Jr. 26th. Travis Tweedy 27th with Josh Lockwood 28th. 29th going to go to Dean Klein the second. Dakota Shepard 30th. Alex Healy 31st. Unfortunate night for that 97-man stage winner. 2 of 1 out of stage 1 winner. Or excuse me, stage 1 winner out of the 2 stages tonight. And he's going to finish 31st. That just shows you can have the highest of highs and the lowest of lows in a matter of seconds here on these ovals. Richie Mead going to finish 32nd. And then Taylor Peacock going to round out your field in 33rd. But speaking of highest of highs, we are going to get that 34 of Jason Bridges. I am sure he is ecstatic right now up in this booth. We are going to have a word with your race winner here tonight. Jason Bridges, Chris and Josh Kiwi's up here in the Bluegrass booth, and I'm sure that High Side Hustlers Motorsports 34 is very excited to be here in Victory Lane tonight.
Oh, man, you just yes, we are, man. Very excited, very excited.
Heck yeah, man. Jason, I got to say, you put on one hell of a show, man. You went out there from the early running, and we were talking how that 34 machine looked very, very solid in the pack, running around traffic. And then there in that second stage, it was all Jason Bridges. You got the pit stop strategy queued up perfect. And that 34 machine, once you got out in the lead in that clean air tonight, I don't think anybody could have gotten around you tonight, man.
Yeah, man, coming into the race during practice, I didn't have any confidence. Me and one of my teammates, we were talking about how slow we were, how we couldn't hit these 40s, and everybody else was. And I got out there and the truck just felt fast for some reason. I don't know what happened. I found the lines and just stuck to them.
Well, you know what they say, Jason? Those trucks, man, they have a mentality and attitude of their own. It might have been you just found something, that sweet spot in that 34 machine tonight. It was just treating you right. And Jason, man, you were willing, Dylan, call you the school or bus driver because you were taking these boys to school today, and you picked up career victory number 1, Jason. I'm sure that's got to feel the best out of anything on this iRacing platform here this season.
Oh, yes, it does, man. You know, I've been eyeing those road courses, but to come out with a win at Auto Club, it's total shock, man. I mean, I had to show them why we the High Side Hustlers. That High Side was working.
Oh, yes, baby. It was. That High Side was working all night for you, Jason. And, man, I got to say, it was just an awesome, awesome race from not only our perspective, I'm sure from you, that felt just absolutely just spectacular, man, to go out there and run that high lane like you were. And you had so much confidence in that high lane. It seemed like that's where you were at all night. So a lot of these guys seem like maybe they weren't adapting that. We saw, the guys from, second on back kind of still running that middle low lane. So it seemed like, Jason, you found out something early that a lot of these boys didn't. And hey, we know Auto Club's a driver's track. You just showed that you were the driver to get it done here tonight.
Yeah, I noticed in practice that everybody was shying away from that high line, I guess, and they was tagging the wall. So I said, I'm gonna stick to it and see what it's running like.
Well, Jason, I just got to say a big congratulations to you, man. That was an awesome, awesome victory from us up here from our perspective. And hey, you had a solid run, stage winner at COTA last week. It didn't seem like you had the long run, but you said coming in tonight, not too much confidence, but you picked up a very dominant win. What does this do for that 34 machine going forward into the race schedule? And hey, I'm just going to let you go ahead and say if you've got any of those final words, thoughts, and shout-outs after that. You're more than welcome to go ahead and throw them out there. I'm not trying to rush you, buddy, but, hey, just take us through all this and how this is going to affect this 34 now going later into the season.
All right, man. It boosted my confidence big time. I've never been confident in these intermediate tracks, 1.5 and above. I love the short tracks and the road courses, but this definitely changed my confidence factor. Of course, I want to give a shout-out to my teammates, High Side Hustlers, Twitty, team captain. I can't. Logan Smith, got Tony that couldn't make it tonight. This for you, Tony. You couldn't make it.
Well, Jason, man, we can tell you're excited, man, and I know that has been a tough battle. You started here last season. You were on a strong run last season. It's only your second season here in Bluegrass, man. A lot of guys have been here for a couple years, still haven't even picked up that granted first win, and you took it home tonight. Jason, just got to say big congratulations to you, buddy. And if not any final words, we're more than welcome to let you get out of here and celebrate that victory.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, after racing last season, I didn't think I would get a win in this league. It's very competitive. Shout out to all the drivers. This is a very clean race. It always is. One of my favorite leagues. I want to thank y'all, everybody.
Heck yeah, Jason. We'll let you get out of here, buddy. No, you sound like you are ready to go and just scream to the world right now. So, Jason, we'll let you get out of here, man. And hey, congratulations on victory number 1. Pretty sure there's more to come in that 34 camp.
Thank you, man. And as usual, great job on your broadcast. Y'all do a great job, man.
Thank you, sir. All right, we'll be letting you get out of here, Jason, and enjoy the rest of your week, buddy.
You too.
All right, and that was that 34 machine of Jason Bridges. Victory number 1. Tastes so damn sweet. We're going to get Robert Richards up here in the booth, have a word with that P2 finisher. Robert Richards, Chris, and Josh up here in the Bluegrass booth. Do you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir.
Robert, man, I got to say, there is something about that second half run right there from that 48 machine. I don't think anybody was going to be able to contend with you if we had a couple more laps to go in this thing. You and Doug Neal were putting on an excellent show at the end there. 23 positions starting in 25th. Robert, just take us through the early battles. We know here at a track like Auto Club, sometimes can be annoying to pass with as spread out as it gets and as, you know, the runs just going everywhere. But take us through that, man. You had one of the faster cars out on the track in traffic, and you really showed out there in that late run. Looked like you kind of just had that car to beat there in the second run, and maybe could have had the car to go up there and win this race if we had 10, 15 more to go.
Man, dude, I wish I could tell you where the speed came from there at the end because I have no clue. Started off with a poor qualifying. It I couldn't figure it out the first half. On top of that, the sim apps or whatever you want to call it, it quit working. So I was just strictly going off of the iRacing fuel, which made it even more difficult. And then for some reason, after the stage break, something just clicked, and I was able to run the high line, get the runs, and then the cautions fell in the right spot when I was there, and I was able to make the pass. And coming down to the last pit stops there, I was able to get a good pit in, a good pit out, all that stuff. Definitely helped out a lot. Executing on the pit stops there, coming out with the guys. I felt like I was catching Jason there for a while there, and then kind of got some lap traffic there and kind of slowed us down a little bit. I also had to pay attention because it looked like I was going to run out of fuel, and I was just making sure I saved enough fuel there. It allowed Doug to get right back by me, but I feel like he used up his tires trying to catch Jason, and I was able to get back around him. And I feel like we have to go about 10, 15 more laps, like you guys said. I think I probably at least could have been there with him.
Oh yeah, you looked very, very fast in that second stage, Robert. It's always you're always one of those drivers that we don't really get the opportunity to talk to up here in these podium positions too much. And tonight, man, it's got to be one of those runs that makes you think, hey, I got a little bit more confidence now behind the wheel. Same as Jason Bridges, he was talking about no confidence almost coming in tonight. It seems like Auto Club can be one of those tracks, not necessarily in a sense like a Talladega with how they finish, but you seem to find a lot of drivers who just pick up speed. And Robert, you were one of those guys here tonight, man. You were just wicked fast. You said you might not know where the speed came from, but we know that 48 machine's just got it in you. And Robert, it was a good race from our perspective. We enjoyed, watching you get out there, battle with Doug, a very fast contender on the circuit this season. But hey, Robert, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout-outs, or anything after that awesome podium finish here tonight, you're more than welcome to throw them out there, buddy.
Oh yeah, most certainly. I want to thank Jason and all the admin guys for putting this league on. Man, there's a bunch of competitive guys in here, and it shows. It's very hard to pass a lot of people, and the field count's always strong. Cautions are very limited. Man, they're doing a real good job of keeping things under control. I want to thank you guys there, Bluegrass TV for the broadcast. Thank Eric Gaskins there. He helped me out as much as he could with the fuel situation. Unfortunately, he got tangled up in another situation and in his night. But I thank all them guys, man. It was I tell you what, man. If that don't get you wood burning, your fires wet or your woods wet, I probably screwed that all up, but you get the point, man. If that don't get you wood, burn it in your fire. Or screw it. You get what I'm saying. Uh, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, it was a lot of fun, man. I was trying to make the push there to the end, man, and I feel like you said, guys, like you guys said, if I had 10, 15 more laps, man, I think I don't know if I'd have got around them, but I certainly would have been there.
Yeah, Robert Wave. We might not be the best, the best speech givers up here sometimes, not have all the funny quotes to throw out there at the perfect time. But hey, you at least did well in the race car, and that's all that matters, Robert. Just joking with you, though, buddy. Hey, excellent job from you tonight, man, and I'm more than glad we got to talk to you. It's been a minute since we've got to talk to that 48 machine. We know we've seen you have some of those runs at the short tracks, but it's nice to see you pick up a second place here at Auto Club. And man, I got to say, very excited to see what you got for us going in here into this latter part of the season.
Oh yeah, most certainly, man. I will be the first to tell you I am not good on a road course, and last week proved it. I mean, I was all over the place. Uh, you know, I've got into a couple guys, and I'm sure it didn't make them too happy. But we moved forward here, and I know there's a couple more road courses. I feel pretty good with the intermediates. I'm not the best at them, especially with these group of guys, man. They're, like I said, they're very competitive. So we'll move forward and keep the momentum going, hopefully, and see what goes on here. Well, even tomorrow, got the Xfinity race, so
Heck yeah.
we'll keep the momentum going, hopefully.
All right, well, Robert, we'll let you get going here, buddy. And again, congratulations on making up 23 spots. Congratulations on finishing second, and hopefully we'll see you run with some of that experience tomorrow night in the Xfinity race.
All right, guys, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. All right, and that was Robert Richards, that second place finisher. Going to go ahead and bring up Doug Neal. Have a word with that 77 machine. Doug Neal, Chris and Josh up in the Bluegrass booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Chris. Josh, how y'all doing, buddy?
Doing good, man. And we got to ask you that same thing. We saw on pit stop number 1 of the night.
Oh, my God.
Doug Neal out there in second, man. You didn't send the fuel guy over the wall. What happened, Doug?
Oh, my God.
Pit road twice.
I came into pits and they said, make sure you clear your tires. I reached up to clear my tires on my old Simbox button box and hit my fuel and tires. And and I ran out on the back straight and had to coast all the way around to the pit, my pit box. So that got me, and then I almost got hung up in that wreck trying to come through there. Man, that was a big pucker factor coming through that wreck on the back straightaway when I went all the way down the apron. It was crazy. And then that last stop, man, I came in for fuel and tires with, I forgot what, it was like 18 to go, something like that when I came in, and I slid through my damn pit box. So that messed me up and put me even further behind. I feel like I had a truck that could win tonight, but I'll take third out of all the events that took place. Jason ran a really good race, and Robert ran a hell of a race right there at the end. Right, that was a good race with him right there at the end. But I can give all the credit to my little rabbit's foot up in my ear all night long. Nate, he's that guy. I don't know how to start paying that guy, I guess. Or he's gonna need a new driver who can remember to hit the right buttons.
Well, Doug, I mean, you seem to hit everything else right tonight, man. I mean, you came back from such adversity, like you said. I mean, missing fuel on pit road. A lot of guys right there in that situation would all that forward. They'd have just called it a night, went to the hauler, and said, "Hey, that's my race over." But you went out there, and like they say, hard work prevails, man. That mentality gets. And third place finish, Doug, that can go a long way in the championship standings as we get here. Not a lot of drivers have that, mental focus and mentality like that. So I got to say, Doug, from my point of view, if I was you, I'd almost be taking that podium as a win tonight. Congratulations, man. And that was an awesome recovery job from you, Doug.
I appreciate it, man. It was tough. I was cussing the entire time. They was like, just calm down. Just calm down. It's all right. We're only 1 lap down. He said, you could be 2 laps down. He said, after you having to coast all the way to the pit road. I said, yeah, I know. I'm surprised I'm not. But, he stayed in my ear all night and told me to keep pushing, push here, push there. And, we pulled it out and had a good finish. I'm more than happy with third place tonight.
Well, I am more than happy to have you up here in the booth again, Doug. It's always a great interview with you. You bring that energy not only on the racetrack, but in the interview booth. And,
I appreciate it.
I got to say, man, big congratulations. Like we said, with all the trials and tribulations that 77 machine had to deal with, running out of gas on the back straightaway. That, to me, right there, just speaking for myself, would have been the old F4. So,
I was ready to quit, man.
Well, hey, you didn't quit. You came home with the podium. And then, Doug, got to say, one hell of a recovery from mission from you. And, hey, if you've got any words, shout outs, or anything for the Bluegrass fans, the Doug Mill fans, the Simbox fans, whatever it is, you're more than welcome to go ahead and throw them out there.
Well, of course, I got to give a shout out to Nate. He's always pushing me through stuff here lately, man. He does a heck of a job. Of course, Joey got held up there and I don't know what happened to Joey, but he fell down behind. And Bobby, I can't say his last name. He had a good run tonight. But Robert Richards, heck of a race from him. Jason, heck of a job out of him winning the race. I'd like to give a shout out to, of course, my button box company, Simbox PC, and you guys, of course, for always doing a great job in the box. And I really have to give a shout out to Jason, because Jason works his tail off to keep all three of these series up and running every week. I see him on Facebook up at middle of the night doing stuff, and he does a heck of a job running race control also. So big shout out to Jason for everything he does.
Yeah, we echo that as well, man. He is a hard-working man. But
yes, he is.
Doug, just going to say again, big congratulations to you, man. Always a pleasure to have you up here in the Bluegrass booth. And, glad we got to pick your brain here tonight with all the craziness that went on. And
I appreciate it.
Hopefully we can put Auto Club behind us and learn from the mistakes of hitting the fuel and tire.
Oh, my God.
Maybe next time we won't do that.
Well, I think I'm going to pull this box off. It's a dash box. I think I'm going to pull it off and move that fuel button out of the way over there and move it somewhere else, so it's not so close to my tires.
Oh, yeah, I feel that.
Appreciate it, guys.
Hey, we appreciate you, man, and hopefully we'll be speaking to you here soon, Doug. Have a good night,
guys. Thank you. You too. See ya.
Thank you. All right, and that was Doug Mill, the 77. Chris, before we let the fans go here tonight, do you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, just a big shout out to the Bluegrass family. Everybody out there. I'm gonna start saying that now. I tend to go off on a ramble, so I'm just going to start saying the Bluegrass family. So that's going to include everybody out there on that Facebook, everybody out there on that YouTube, everybody, family members, the family members who, sit and, probably get mad. Oh, I hear you talking about, hey, we appreciate you being out there. We appreciate everybody that, that gives us the feedback, everybody that, helps us out and tries to, pick our brains and make us better at this. I just want to say I really appreciate everybody that that does that and helps us try to grow. And going into next week's truck race, this is going to be a lot of fun. But we're actually not going to have a truck race next week. It's going to be we're going to be at Nashville next week for the week after Thanksgiving for the truck series. But hey, we've still got the Xfinity race tomorrow here at Auto Club, so that's what I'm looking forward to. The Xfinity race is where I'm really excited to be, so I can't wait for that.
I got to echo that as well, Chris. Well, I'm just going to say big shout out as well to the Bluegrass family. If you're on YouTube, hit that like or hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. If you're on Facebook, make sure to hit the like button. Also got to say a big shout out to LNS Customs, DPU Unlimited, Kenner Performance Group, all the guys over there in the just in that sponsor section. Just a big shout out to you guys. Without all y'all, the Bluegrass wouldn't be able to go as farther forward, I'm sure, but we'd find a way. But we just love having that mental support, that moral support, any type of support, whether it be from our sponsors all the way down to just our random little lurker there on the YouTube. We appreciate you guys, and without you, we probably wouldn't do it. It's all about the fans. So, hey, just a big shout out from me and Chris here to everybody. We love what you guys come around and have to, have for us week in and week out. You always are keeping us entertained while we're keeping you entertained, and just got to say thank you with that. But, hey, you're not going to want to miss this Xfinity race tomorrow. Tuesday night, Xfinity Mayhem tomorrow night. So, make sure to be there at Auto Club 9 p.m. as well. And we'll be getting you guys caught up with some Xfinity racing. But I think that is going to be all for me and Chris up here in the Bluegrass booth, because I got me a sim rig to go pick up, or a new wheel to pick up. So, shout out to all you guys once again. We love you. Have a good week, and hopefully we'll be seeing majority of our fans here tomorrow.